All right, come down here a little closer to us and then show us the groundwork you've been doing with the halter and lead rope. I think she's doing exceptionally well for a filly that just got her first time with a rear cinch on. You know, that's quite a distraction, but she didn't let it distract her. What are you asking for there?
Just a forward motion around me while I'm trying to drive, hopefully where my sternum or my leg would be.
Okay. Now it looks to me like her hip is just a little closer to you than her front end right now. So maybe if you just shorten that lead rope up about 6-8 inches, there, where you just were able to just touch the right side of her face, and then raise your right hand up a little bit at the same. Now, feel that change?
Yes, sir.
Now, step into her and see if you can get her to yield away from you there, like that, see? Easy, easy. When she did yield away, quit clucking and waving at her. So, raise up again, get her to yield away. There you go, that's it. If she lets you step in there and she doesn't yield away, gently touch the halter and raise up with a little more energy right there in her belly. See, she's not yielded to you in her body. She's pushing on you a little bit with her rib cage and her hip, and she's going faster than she needs to go. Slow down yourself. Let it happen. There. Now, there it is right there. Now, don't just stop there though. I want you to be able to do that while she's moving. Now, what'll help you here, I think, is to keep doing that, but then find a place where you can go straight. Right there, be a good place to go straight. Now take her to the right. Don't hold her back. Don't hold her back. If you need her to slow down, you can gently bump on that nose. If you try to hold her back there, she's going to do just like she did and curl up to you and move her body away from you. And we don't want that. See, she did it again. That's what we want right there. Now you're going to have to move a little faster now that you're on the, that's it. Now she's yielded. Now go straight. Try to create a more of a flow if you can. Just stay steady. Stay in a steady rhythm as you're going along. So it ought to be the same energy it takes to get her to yield away as it does to go forward, as it does to turn right. There you go. Go straight now. Keep walking, keep walking. Let your eyesight go straight too. Don't get ahead of her with your body, but let your eyesight go straight. Yes, she did yield, but she bent right there, and she's sticking that shoulder on you a little bit more than will. If you can get her to straighten up a little bit and move that shoulder away from you right there, you're asking her to go forward now. So, okay. Are you following me when I'm talking about with that a little too much bend there away?
I was trying to think of where to apply the pressure to get that shoulder over.
I'd do it maybe just in the front part of the shoulder, not behind it. If you get behind it, she's going to go forward more. But if you're in front of it a little bit, but you got to move to your left a little bit. There it is right there. Now she's straight, and then you can let her go on around there like that. So go ahead and take her a turn on the haunches, straight. Tap on that shoulder just a little bit. There you go. Now then, we don't want her inverted, but we don't want her bent too much. Just move to your left a little bit. You're too far back, I think, and that's why she's wanting to go forward so much. There. Now you're right up in her neck, see? And now she can move. Perfect. Now move that hip out of it over just a little bit. Tap right there where your leg would be if you was on her. Go ahead. There you go. See, when she felt that, it scared her. So that your leg's gonna do the same thing. So we're doing this not to necessarily keep things necessarily smooth, but to get her accustomed to that feel, so that she doesn't get afraid when she feels your leg. There you got the yield. And when you get it, Jonathan, ease up. Don't have quite so much intensity on her. You're so close and intense on her middle of her body that it's kind of like a magnifying glass in the sun. So just let your eyesight kind of drift. You hear me talking about the analogy of the loose-eyed stock dog? Well, sheepdogs work with a real tight eye, and they'll get so locked in on stock that they can't hardly move stock. And that's kind of what you're doing right now. You're real tight-eyed. You're focused on your focus is burning a hole through. So loosen up your eyesight and move a little more fluidly around. Let her respond. So you're going to be desensitizing and sensitizing at the same time, but in a smoother way. That looked a lot better. Feel the flow. You've slowed down, and she's been able to slow down. Nothing wrong with bringing her up, and exposing her to a little bit more energy, but we want to keep her. We want to have full range of control of the accelerator from idle to wide open. And no need to take her wide open right now because we're still trying to smooth out the idle. Move to your left a little more. When you're that back there and you wanted that front end to move away, there you go. Now wait, easy, right there. See, she felt you get up there, and that's why she stopped. Now, you was almost going to move too abruptly because she stopped and broke your flow up, and you were almost going to move quicker than she could handle there for a minute and cause her to get back too focused on you, wondering what you were going to do next. See, we want to be able to just have that flow working. It's real easy to where your movement doesn't cause that tenseness to come in on her. So the time you're sitting here listening to me is giving her a little break, giving her a little chance to relax. And if you want her front end to go to the right away from you, I think all you're going to need to do is raise your right hand straight up gently. Very good. Very good. Why don't you change sides and do the same thing? You've done a really good job with everything you've done so far, Jonathan. I'm just trying to sharpen it, that's all.
So I'm having a hard time going from drive, straight, and then from that straight to that left. Because it feels like every time I'm trying to manipulate my pressure to the front to push her that way, it's the same cue that I'm giving her when I ask her to stop.
It will be. But it's not the same attitude. If you couldn't hear Jonathan's question, whether he said he's having trouble when he's driving, and then when he wants to switch and have the horse go away from him, he's giving her the same signal that he's giving her to stop. So she's stopping and doing what he's telling her to do, and it's creating a little confusion. So there's where broadening out your eyesight's going to help.
Okay.
and you're going to be able to bring an energy wall that's not laser focused just in front of her shoulder,
Okay.
but yet it's still back there at the shoulder. It's going to be a straight line of energy that she can gently move away from, and you've still got energy back here. So if I've got my left hand stretched out and my right hand here, my body in the middle, that's a straight wall of energy. And if I'm watching and paying attention, I've got my right hand's up there in front of her, telling her to stop, but my left hand's back here saying, come on, move away. My body's right here as well, so I'm just stepping into her. If I wanted to stop, I wouldn't have the left hand and my body there. I would just move my body in front of it, okay? So that's what I'm talking about, broadening out your eyesight so that you can place that energy on her body in a way that's only going to communicate exactly what you want her to do, okay? And that's a very good question you had there, because that is what was happening on the other side, and looked like it was here too. So if you want her to move away from you there, I'd probably move to your left just a little bit, right there, and then let your left hand go back behind the drive line. Maybe move a little further to the left yourself. Now turn and face square up to her a little bit. There you go. Now raise your right hand up. There. Now maybe let her have just a little more slack. There. See that change in her? Now, when she shoved that shoulder in, address that energy. Right there. Just keep going. Keep going. She's pushing on you a little. She's testing. Keep moving. Don't just stand there. There you go. Now move. Tap on that shoulder a little bit. Find the place where she is not in agreement with you and address it, but don't lose complete contact and with the rest of her. You've got to just stay there in a way where you're there as a supporter and a director. Now keep that walk going with your left hand. See, she's thinking you need to stop and just turn on her haunches instead of just flowing like you was riding her. So keep her going forward right there. Move your right hand just a little bit when she's flowing, just to move that head away. Move your right hand towards her. There. Now raise your left hand. Now if she's going faster than you want, just jiggle that rope where it's going to bounce on her nose a little bit. Just jiggle it. Don't pull on it. If you pull on it, she's going to bend away from you in her body and towards you with her head. She's back there thinking that you're sending her forward right now, and you need to probably look in her eye a little bit and see what's going on up there. Move that look get her looking to the left. She's not turning loose up there. There. Now let her feel that, but don't quit. Don't stop. See, if you want flow to keep going, when you get the right thing, don't just stop right there. Now then, see how smoothly she came through there? What you do, Jonathan, is always, as you know, relative to what you want them to do. You've just got to match your energy to what you're seeing so that you can address. See, she's bent around your right leg there right now, looking back over her right shoulder too much and not looking to the left at all. She's just focused on you. See if you can get in that eye enough to get her to look to the left a little bit. There it is right there. Go with it now. Go a little faster right there. There you go. Now send her right there. Now then, I bet you can toss that rope over her head while she's walking there like that and have her gently turn away from you to the left without any issue whatsoever. Perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect with the rope. You see, you waited.
That's good, but it ain't.
Now then, why don't you get her to turn to the right away from you a little bit. So look at her eye. Now toss that rope over her head while she's stepping away. Can't do it now, the fence is in the way. Look in her eye. Look in her eye. There, now she's looking to the right. Now toss that rope over. Wait, don't be in any hurry for her to turn. All right, step her up in that eye. Look in her eye. Look in her eye. See, she's bent around to the right here, and your focus was on the shoulder. That's right there. Now she's up there looking to the left. Now you. Pretty nice. Toss it over right there. Now let's change the game. She's turned away from you several times. So now shift your focus back on that rib again, and let's have her go left. There. Go with it. Raise a little energy up with your right hand. Now go straight. Look at her eye. I think it looks really good, Jonathan. She's trying to do everything you're asking her to do, and you're able to read her, and your timing is getting better, and things are smoothing up. She looks to me like she's in pretty good shape there. She might be hiding out in a quiet attitude. You following me?
I'm trying to comprehend. I heard what you said.
She's familiar with what you've been doing there because you've been practicing it.
Yes, sir.
And I bet you that if you raise the energy up a little bit and ask her to trot a few circles around you and bring the energy up, you might see a different side of her. Let's do that before you commit yourself to stepping in that saddle. Let's send her somewhere and get her going. Keep sending her. Keep driving. Keep driving. Keep driving until she looks back around to the left a little bit. Keep driving. Keep driving. Now then, we got influence that's working. Pull on her nose just a little bit to help get a little better body alignment as she's going around her. She's trotting off to the right, and she's got her hip locked in close to you. Take her hip to the outside just a little bit. That's enough. Not much. Then you lost it. I want it to go out there and stay out there. She is easy. That's it. Easy. Let her walk right there. When she moved her body and got in that good position, that would have been a good time to relax just a little bit and let her be more comfortable. Now, why do you think she's wanting to stop right there?
Pinch point between the corner wall and myself.
I think it's because she changed her body position over there, and she quit pushing on you with that inside boundary with her hip. She quit pulling on you on the outside boundary, and she felt the release that come by getting in that comfortable position, and she slowed down because the boundaries weren't pressing on her anymore. That's when I'm trying to get you to develop that feel as she's going all the way around, so she can be in that comfort zone where she's not dragging against the boundaries as she's going around. Right now her hip is wanting to stay in closer to you and her front end's away, and she's just, if you didn't have that halter on, she'd probably just leave. Okay? But when she makes that little adjustment like she's been doing over there, she was able to let down. Now, if letting down and slowing down wasn't what you wanted at that moment, then you use your energy right there at that where that leg would be to send her forward and right there in the center. But I think just the fact that she was looking out and pushing in at the back end is what was causing that. But she handled the energy level pretty good. Just change direction and step on the gas a little bit and see what you got that way. Let her go all the way to the end of the rope, Jonathan, and see if you can get her to canter on that rope. That's all right. Let her walk. Let her come down to a walk. I like the way she's carrying herself this way better than the other way. She's staying parallel to you with her front end and her hind end this way. See that hip wanting to go away from you there a little bit, and she just rounded out around you. And see how comfortable she is? Because she's right between your boundaries right now. And that's the most peaceful place that she can be. Let's change direction and see if we can get that back going the other way. Because you can't ask for any better than the way she just walked that circle right there. Better attitude. See if you can pick up a canter this way too. And this way, see that hip's in on you. She's looking to the outside. I'd put a little more energy back there where your leg would be. See, if she hadn't had a hold over there with the lead rope, she'd have left you. Send her a little more with your right hand. There you go. Now breathe and relax and let her come down to a trot. You can let her stop there, that's fine. I think she's ready to ride, Jonathan. What do you think?